Oaxaca, Mexico. Geografía de Oaxaca. Here's a map of Oaxaca. Here are some places that are good to visit in Oaxaca. El Zocalo de Oaxaca. The Zocalo, or Plaza del Zocalo, is the common name of the main square in central Mexico City. Prior to the colonial period, it was the main ceremonial center in the Aztec city. But right now, it's always fun and alive with life by day and night. As marimba assembles, brass bands and roving buskers float their melodies among the crowds, and lovers parade in slow rounds under the trees. El Jardín Etnobotanico. El Jardín Etnobotanico is a very big and beautiful garden located behind the San Juan River. It was designed by a team including Luis Zarate, Alejandro de Avila, and an artist Francisco Toledo, the living legend known locally as El Maestro. El Templo de Santo Domingo. The church and former place where religious people used to live by themselves of Santo Domingo de Guzman is a historic period from the 1600s to 1750. It's a very fancy building complex in Oaxaca, Mexico. Gorgeous Santo Domingo is the most great of Oaxaca's churches, with a finely carved design on its walls and its ceiling. Monte Alban. It is a very old city, now in ruins, in Oaxaca, in southern Mexico. Occupied from the 8th century BC, it was the center of the Zapotec culture from about the 1st century BC to the 8th century AD. The site is located on a low, huge mountain-filled range rising above the plain in the central section of the Valley of Oaxaca. El Mercado 20 de Noviembre. This is a national holiday in Mexico in remembrance of the beginning of the Mexican Revolution. This is celebrated every year in Mexico on November 20th. On this day, Mexicans remember and celebrate the revolution which started in 1910 and lasted for about 10 years. El Mercado La Merced. This was created by Chef Ricardo Munoz Sarita, who was a guardian and also a researcher. El Mercado La Merced is where you have a chef cook and prepare all the delicious food right in front of your face to have an amazing night and dinner with friends and family. Hierve el Agua. Hierve el Agua is a set of Hierve el Agua is a set of natural groups of rocks in the Mexican state of Oaxaca that look like flows down of water. This site is located 70 kilometers east of Oaxaca City, past Mitla, in the city of San Lorenzo Albarradas, with a narrow road leading to the site. This site consists of 2 rock shelves or cliffs which rise between 50 and 90 meters from the valley below, which look like waterfalls. El Arbol del Tul. El Arbol del Tul is the world's oldest living tree, which is about 200 years old. It is located in the church grounds in the center of Santa Maria del Tule in the Mexican state of Oaxaca. Foods of Oaxaca. Chapulines and chicatanes. Chapulines are probably the most famous staple of Oaxaca State. Are commonly served with guacamole. These crunchy treats are often used as an appetizer. These are and then chicatanas. These are the queens of the ant genus Atta, which emerge from the earth once a year after heavy rains between July and June, and even August. The first step in turning the ants into a meal is to toast them on a comal, a large flat grid traditionally fueled by a wood fire. El Mezcal. Mezcal could be made from over 30 different types of agave, but most of them made from a variety known as agave espadin. Mezcal is a distilled spirit made from cooked and fermented agave plants. El Mole Negro. The mole negro is a dish that is very typical of Mexican cuisine. Mole is by definition a thick sauce made with a long list of ingredients that is used to cover chicken or turkey. A mole is pretty hearty, and homogeneous sauce. Its taste can be complex. Art of Oaxaca. La Ceramica Negra. La Ceramica Negra is a unique form of indigenous pottery found in only a few countries in the world and characterized by its brilliant black coloring. Oaxaca is one of the few Mexican states which is characterized by the continuance of its ancestral crafts, which are still used in everyday life. El Alebrijes originated in Mexico City in the 20th century, in 1936. An alebrije is a sort of spirit animal meant to guide you through your life. These animals are guides, protectors, and mischief makers. They keep us from danger while also urging us toward adventure. Holidays of Oaxaca. La Guelaguetza. The Guelaguetza gradually was known as a celebration honoring Our Lady of the Mount Carmel. In the early part of the 20th century, a severe earthquake in the 1920s destroyed most of the city. After, leaders reorganized the festival as a statewide cultural event to help rebuild the morale of the people of Oaxaca, naming it the La Guelda de la Raza.